Hello everybody, this is me Qua, and today we're reviewing the Studio Series 86 Springer. And first and foremost, more or less got this the same way as the Dreadwing from, well, by the time this gets posted, which will be, I think, damn it, I don't have my watch on me. It'll be probably the newest video on the channel. But anyways, so yeah. But yeah, looks very nice. We're gonna do some size comparison shots real quick. So we're gonna okay. Is an issue present on my copy of this? Now it could be just because this is an early copy that the QC is not exactly the best, but like there are joints that are fucking absurdly tight on here. Not like to the point where it's like, oh, that's fucking scary tight, but like to the point where I'm like, oh, that feels nice. But like, yeah. Here he is next to Rodimus Prime. Okay, there you go. And then here he is next to Hot Rod. And then here he is next to the Blur. Now this is the IDW version because I don't have this Studio Series 86 Blur because that thing was a crime against humanity. I don't have Cup, so we'll have a stand-in Orion packs because it's the same mold. So, you know, yeah. And then last but certainly not least, the Big Cheese. Oh, shit. Is he even stable? Hold on, I gotta fix his legs. Fucking Studio Series 86 Magnus. And that's how he scales. With the movie-esque bots. And now the most important scale. With the Siege Springer. Okay, now we got both Springers right here. And I'm gonna zoom in. Here's the Siege Springer's fucking noggin. And now here is the 86 Springer's noggins. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's zoom out. Now we're gonna point out some differences between the two. You can see the forearms here are different. Or not the forearms, the biceps and the shoulder joint is different. In addition, hold on, let me see if I can move this without him fucking collapsing. As you can see there, this hinge piece is different, but the connection piece is still the same on the two, although it's kind of hard to see the other one, just the angle it's at, but yeah. Let's slightly turn them. The fucking panel piece right there is completely different. The backpack here is different as well. The thighs are different, but we'll kind of zoom. Once we zoom out, I'll show you the thighs difference. Of course, the hands are different because these open, the originals don't. The chests are different. Man, whoops. I hate this mold. Or, I like this mold, but I just hate the fucking feet on this thing. Makes me want to, like, just punch a hole in the wall. Anyways, we'll zoom back out. Okay, we'll go down a little, and okay. Now you can see what I mean by the, like, this part right here is different for the waist, but the center crotch piece is the same. The thighs are different, as you can see. This is more relevant vehicle mode, but we'll get onto that. And hold on, let me bloop. You can see what I mean by the hands being different, but the forearms are exactly the same. There's some slight different tooling in his forearms, very slight. So on the original toy, you open that up, nothing. We open it up on the new one, and you got that reference to the movie. And yeah, no, this is loosey-goosey. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But, what are you gonna do? But yeah. That's really it as far as differences goes on these two, or I guess differences. Because, like, aside from those spots that I mentioned, it's not much else different with the figure. And, yeah. Here's just a little top view, I guess, if you want to see that. But yeah, of course, oh yeah, the shoulder pieces here are different. Oh, the wheels. The wheels are different sculpt. They actually changed the sculpts on the wheels, which I found kind of interesting. I figured they would have kept it, but they didn't. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing to note. You can move his knee without it jabbing out. Oh my god. Because watch. Pain. And yeah, we'll get into some of the other accessories, but we'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in here for a second. Take a look at the hammer. Oh my god, that's actually coming up so much better. Damn, okay. You can see the detail on that. It's kind of washed out just due to it's the same color as the hands. They really should have done this on a different sprue or different mold. I think pitting this on the gray would have been better, but there's nothing some light painting can't fix. We'll zoom the fuck out. You can get a nice look at his sword. Yes, yes, yes. We'll go over to more what this does in vehicle mode. His other sword, the more screen accurate one. Very nice, very nice. The same guns from the original toy. The Siege one. Don't know what they're a reference to. They're not referenced to the G1 toy because the G1 toy's reference will come up in a second. Which is this gun, which is actually animation accurate as well. So, yeah, there you go. And then the missile that hit Devastator. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, this tabs into his back. Right? His gun has it. This has it. The sword has it. Even this sword has it, even though and the hammer has it as well. That's a thing to note. It's this slot right there, top. Weirdly enough, the gun here has the peg, which, yeah, you could. Of course, this won't fit that because that's not 5mm, but I think you could. Okay, yeah. If it's the square peg that fits there, but yeah. It's a thing you can do. You know, you can just plop this sucker there, you know. This sucker. But yeah. That's that. We'll get into oops. Oh boy. Oh brother. Let's just take a good look at the noggin here. That's a really good head sculpt. Really good. Alright, well, we'll get to the transformation bit in just a moment. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show the transformation on screen for 86 Springer. We're not going to show the transformation on screen for a Siege Springer, just to save on time. But also, I feel like since it's a review 86, he's the one who's going to be shown. So, I'm trying to think where to start. Where to start from the, I guess, chest side up. Disconnect the arms. Okay, hold on. This side's being a little, there we go. Finicky, but once we got that folded, push this in like so. That will untab. My arm got in the way there, sorry. You just unpeg these from like the insides here. Hold on, let me reverse do this. It would be these holes that this slots into. Okay, anyways. We do that. You want to push that in like so. Boop, boop. And because since it doesn't, it like gets in there by friction, holds just fine. It's much better than what Siege did. But Siege would do is there are these two holes that would peg into the clear plastic here. And it would be a pain in the ass trying to get it out from there. And you felt like you were going to fucking break the thing. You don't have to worry about that here. So we're going to go to helicopter mode. So I'm going to put the legs like this. I just like putting this orientation for helicopter mode. That's just how I like to do it. It's easier to do on this version of the mold than it is on the other one. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I need that. Let's turn. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I will repeat that, except actually explain it. So you want to untab this. Untab that. Turn it around 3. Because you want to be careful and not move like the hip, but move the leg. So hold the hip. Oh yeah, and then also move this part out. So yeah, this will be folded in, that will be inside. You unfold that out. Do the same on the other side. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Then we're gonna fold this like so it's facing that way. Because the feet won't really become too relevant until you get into car mode. I mean, they kind of still are because things will tab in, but yeah. So make sure that gets into there. It might be a little bit of a hassle, but it's not too bad. Okay. Trying to get that all situated. Okay, there we go. Now we bring this down. This will slot into this hole right here. So both sides. You really want to make sure those both get slotted in there, because that's important in keeping everything stable. Oh yeah, then those will pop down. I really wish that was a hole there, so that way you could actually plug in like a blast effect. But at last, not. So, oof. But, yeah. Okay, so now we've done that. We're gonna get to the arms. So, we're gonna tab that, like so. Okay, now, if you want things to tab in like fucking perfectly on this, we're gonna undo the arm like so, tab that in, and then there is a tab on his forearm, I want to say. That tabs, yeah. This tabs into that tab right there. But, you know, I'll just fucking show it. Okay, I'm trying to get it in. Okay, there we go. Shit, there we go. It took a little bit, but we got it in. Now, that's how you're supposed to do it. Now, however, having it this far back for animation's sake is not animation accurate. So, if you want it animation accurate, you're going to have to bend a few rules, as it were, and do it a little differently, which will result in this. So this is the stock how you're supposed to do it, and this is the animation accurate way. Now, these don't really sit as well as the Siege one. There's no spot, it just kind of sits there. But yeah, so it kind of fills out a little more, but then there's that gap. Whereas if you do it the animation accurate way, you got those pegs sticking out, but that gappiness from this side right here is not there, but then you actually do get kind of a gap right there. Like a little bit of a gap. So you're trading one gap for another gap. Really depends on how you want to do it. This is the proper way of mounting it, and this is my fan moding it. I am, just for the sake of the review, we're gonna undo this, and we're gonna put it into the proper way. This is at least how the promotional images show it, as I didn't get instructions, so I can't really show you how the actual official way, but from promotional images, this is as official as we are getting with it. And to be honest, it's again very similar to this transformation. Okay, so then we'll just plug that puppy in, and we got 86 Springer in helicopter mode, which I forgot since ZS Spring is real super roll. Actually really good, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's him in vehicle mode. We'll be right back because I got to actually transform Siege Springer. So we'll be right back with vehicle mode comparisons and all that good shit. Alright, so here's there in helicopter modes. And which one pulls it better? I am just gonna say this. I think this one looks more solid, mainly just because like this hits up against here, like that, and it's fully pulled out and everything. It's just due to how the new design is here, so it just kind of, yeah. Whereas this feels like, well, it'll do the same thing eventually. You can get it straight enough to where it's like pretty much, yeah, you can get it just looking about it, and it holds up nicely. It's not loosey-goosey. And, yeah. Of course, there's the schmutz on the front. Oh, they both do. And they both have that hollowness right there. Yeah. But I like the deco on the new toy better than the old one. Oh, and one thing they did retool I forgot to mention is the wheels. Yeah, those were brand spanking new on the new one. So, hold on. Yeah, you can see the wheels now. Yeah. Really nice. Like, it's... The propellers look better, I'm gonna be honest. Which is kind of fucking weird, considering you figure, oh yeah, the individual swords will look better. But I like how the slimmer profile of the handle thing here. I just like how it looks here. This is a shittier sword, but a better propeller. These are better swords, but a shittier propeller is the best way to put it. I also like this gray. I will say I do like the gray over this bluish gray. And then the greens. There's something weird about this green. It's the plastic they used and the paint. I don't know what is about it. It's like when you get that yellow, that kind of yellow that you just want to like, that some bumblebees are in, where it just makes you want to like punch a window. That's how this green is. And I don't like that. And then that dark green's kind of a weird shade of dark green because it's almost blue. Kind of. Or it has a blue hue to it. I like the dark green here. I like this olive green. I just realized on the camera you could actually tell the color matching, whereas in person it's not. Honestly, I didn't even notice it. It wasn't until looking at the camera here you could actually notice the colors. Because this color matches a lot better than this. That is funny. Okay, so that's the thing to note. When you have it in person, it won't be as distracting. But that's a thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I just prefer it. The only thing I like on the Siege version, paint app wise, at least in this mode, I do like this yellow over this. But this yellow does complement the green, the light green, really well though. So it's kind of, it's a trade-off. But yeah, I plan on getting the toy deco because I do want to get a repo label set for that and just have a toy deco one, just for the sake of having it. But yeah. So yeah, we'll get them to car mode. move the Siege, and we'll take the propeller off. I'll be back at the sword, and we'll go into that now. Okay, so we want to untab the arms, but that's because, oh, and then untab this part, because now we gotta rearrange the legs again. So, okay, you're gonna want to turn the legs, fold that, then untab it, and then turn it around, like so. Okay. And then now we're going to want to turn that 360, pull that up, move that, and okay, we got that in place. Cool. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Turn that. Okay, so we want to move this back up, push this in like so. Perfect. Move that. Oh yeah, make sure you keep the, I accidentally knocked the fin in, back in. You want to keep the fin out for car mode. It is also out. Okay, fold that in. Okay, hold on. Let me try to figure this out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. And then this will tab in. Now you want to angle these pieces like so. So it's looking like that now. And then the arms, oh yeah, we're gonna want to turn this, fold that back in on itself. Okay. And now we want this in a configuration where, oh wait a minute, that has to be pushed down. Okay. Where these are sticking out forward more, because there's no area for this to tab in, but also this can't go back in because of where the legs are. So you gotta just tab it in like that. You hear a click once you've done it correctly. I noticed these don't sit in as well just due to the redesign of the arm. Now note, I do not know if it's just something I'm mistransforming or if that's just how my copy is due to, you know, my tolerances and shit. Because, I mean, I've bought in, like, Marvel Legends where I got, like, 2 left feet. It was that Rogue Pyro 2-pack I got from BBTS. Had that shit happen, but I was just too lazy just to get a replacement because I'm like, it's going to be in the back somewhere anyways. On my X-Men display, it's not like Pyro's going to be front and center. But, yeah. That reminds me, I need to get that Toad. I wonder that Toad's a pain in the ass to get. Or that Blob. I don't want to think about it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we got it transformed. And, yeah, car mode goes whoosh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I feel like the feet don't tab into this part as well as the Siege one, but there. Okay. We'll be right back again. Got to transform the Siege one. That one's a little bit more of a peculiar, well, I mean, it's the same, but I will actually get into one part I want to criticize about this, and then this after we get the vehicle mode comparisons out of the way for the car mode, but yeah. Okay, here's the vehicle mode comparisons, and I'm just going to say it. I prefer this. I like the vents here. Really nice detail. It almost makes this one look like it's missing something. What else? I like the new chest, how it looks in both modes in comparison to how it looks here. I don't know, it just fits more for that vehicle form factor, which is nice. And then the legs are exactly the same. One detail I kind of like is how they shape the pegs here. They do look like they're like, you know, the rear end lights on a car, which is fucking neat. Pretty fucking neat. I do prefer that one booster over like these 3 vents, which are supposed to be boosters, I guess, but I don't know, these look more convincing. The one thing I do like about the Siege one is the thighs look more integrated, so it looks more like the car, whereas here you can tell, oh, robot mode thighs. And then also the hands do blend in better with the vehicle mode. sacrifice for animation accuracy, whereas this was like, oh, you gotta make it look good in vehicle mode. Which, I get why, but also less sprues and shit like that. Yeah. More budget. But yeah, oh yeah, the undersides. Hold on, let me move this up. And, yeah. Cleaner underside, weirdly enough. And you don't got visible head. Well, I mean, it's visible, but you don't see the face, so. Plus. But yeah, that's how that looks. And okay. Now, this toy fixed the flaw with that. So when you transform this back into robot, alright, because that doesn't tab into there, like the Siege one, super fucking easy to do. We're gonna go to Siege here. We're gonna do that same thing. Fuck it. Ah, goddamn it. This thing always gets fucking stuck. Every fucking time. Okay, that was actually, shit, that was actually easier than the other times I've done this. Jesus. Because these get stuck on that clear plastic, and I'm so afraid it's gonna fucking break. Like, it's not stressing yet, but like, dear God, like, that's gonna break. That is my biggest fucking problem with this mold. Like, aside from that, everything's pretty peachy. It's good. The feet are kind of fucking annoying. And the knees, I could deal with the fucking knees. But it's the fucking feet that bug me. Which wasn't fixed over here, to be fair. But the knees were fixed. And also the scary-ass chest transformation was fixed. So I can kind of forgive the fucking feet. And with how this figure's actually assembled, there are a decent amount of screws on him. To be fair, he did have an okay amount of screws. Like, if there's an upgrade kit that comes out for this guy to fix the feet in particular, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Shit, like, you can't knock out the feet pin easily, so you would have to, like, knock out this pin right here to, like, replace it, or knock out this pin right here and just replace that. Or the easier route I foresee is you just make it on a whole new lower legs. But I think that would be a little fucking extreme, and I doubt any company's gonna do that. I don't think DNA Designs are fucking mad lads like that. Just designed legs for a Voyager class figure, or a leader in this case, like that. Because that's redesigning a whole back end of a figure, essentially. And I do not know if they're that crazy to do that, but also I don't think people are clamoring enough for it to do that on any of these molds. But yeah, it is a little bit weird getting this back. I'll kind of show you how the chest is supposed to get back. Everything else is kind of like Siege Springer. Not much to comment on. It's just this chest is a little, it's unique in how it goes. So yeah, these, okay, once you got to make sure you get this arm hinge moved up. This will then tab there. That will go in there. Then you just get the arms in. And then once you get the arms in, you want to make sure this backpack, the clear plastic part actually slots in a couple spots. You just want to make sure that those bits get in where they need to go. Okay, hold on. Mine's kind of being a little pain, but you just got to make sure stuff kind of slots in. Okay, perfect. You feel it. You feel like a tight connection happen. And then that's when you know your arms aren't going to fucking explode. Put that there. And then, yeah. Now solid. And yeah, that's our look at 86 Springer. And is he a figure to pick up? I would say out of the Voyager Plus triple changers we've gotten, I haven't gotten, what's his name? Sandstorm, so I can't talk about Sandstorm. But Blitzwing and Astro Train. I don't have Astro Train, but I have Galaxy Shuttle, so I have experience with that mold. So, yeah. Out of these triple changers, for the Voyager Plus, Springer he's the best. He takes what I thought was probably one of the best triple changers of the this current era of figures, and fight me on that one, because I know people will be like, "Oh no, it's Astro Train," but I don't like that Astro Train. It's not a good Astro Train. But I do like Legacy Blitzwing. I'm a Legacy Blitzwing enjoyer, and that figure has some flaws. This, I feel like, has very little. Like, the only really thing that fucking irritates me, those feet. The fucking feet. Aside from that, it fixes all my problems with the original Siege version. And it just does some things I didn't even think were fucking possible on a Chug fucking engineering. Like, not in 1,000 years I thought, oh, they would get the sideways shoulders thing. So it's they got working here. It fucking astonishes me. Because that's something I would expect on a masterpiece, but not a mainline. And they fucking did it. And then the amount of retooling that went into this fucker, like, is fucking insane. Like, they didn't even need to, like, retool the fucking thighs there, and they fucking did. Fucking crazy. Just the amount of effort and care put into this is honestly quite insane. And you could tell whoever was working on this retool, or partial, as they will call it, really did love this Springer. Really did love Springer and really wanted to bring out the best version of the character. And fuck, they did it. One of my favorite Voyagers of this thing, other than the Optimus, which Siege Optimus was fucking awesome, they managed to top. And I don't know what I'm going to do with my Siege Springer. Because he's still a good figure, and I still like him. And even though this green is kind of obnoxious, I still like it. But he's the one on the shelf now. Definitely, for sure. And then when I move, because my shelf right now is just like Voyagers, Deluxe, Leaders, and bigger Leaders, or bigger Voyagers on one shelf. He can still fit on the regular Voyager shelf, so it's not that bad, but for my displaying purposes. But once I do move and then have more room to actually put actual fucking tall shelves again, he'll be on the Season 3 shelf then. As I don't separate my 86 stuff with my Season 3, I just put them all together. Because they're all the same year either way, so yeah. But yeah, that was my look at 86 Springer. And phenomenal fucking figure. Easy recommendation when he comes out in stores. Like, very fucking easy recommendation. Like, I can't say that enough. Just a fantastic fucking figure. 10 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10 because of those feet. Those fucking feet. But yeah. Anyways, this has been me, Qua, here. I like the angled chest too. Like, it looks better than the flat chest. That I'm just gushing over this thing at this point. This is just great. This is like the opposite of the Sidebird, where the Sidebird made me visibly mad. I gotta refilm that video. Or at least reshoot certain aspects of that video. But yeah. Anyways, me, Qua, here, signing out. You guys have a good one. Peace.